remember what you were doing on May 24th of this year? I can, because it was a highly anticipated day in my life, one that I looked forward to with both excitement and fear. I was finally having my very painful knee joint replaced. Despite my husband's oft-repeated reassurances that all would be well, and he's had 2 knee replacements, so I considered him an expert, I was filled with anxiety and fear. I invite you to come along on a brief journey to learn how my fears turned to an appreciation of all the empathy and care I encountered. The kindnesses were evident in the pre-op visit with the physiotherapy and nursing. Both gave us many tips and tricks to use at home after surgery. Simple things like icing the knee 20 minutes before and after doing the post-op exercises. And the eye-opening reminder that the surgery is responsible for 5% of the knee improvement, and the post-op exercises were the other 95%. The anesthetist we met with preoperatively was very friendly and reassuring. On entering CKHA the day of my surgery, kindness abounded. We encountered kindness at every turn. The admitting clerk was very understanding and patient. Obviously, she had dealt with a few anxious patients in her time. Then on to day surgery, where my husband and I were warmly received as the team we are. My nurse there was kind and understanding. I readily shared my anxieties with him, and he managed to lessen them all. Most importantly, I shared with him my anxieties and fears of the needles I would have to endure in the block room, and he was able to provide me with some Ativan. It really helped. The block room turned out to not be the torture chamber I had been envisioning. The nurse's empathy towards me and the anesthetist's skill in placing the spinal and the nerve block left me wondering what I had been worried about. I don't remember more than a few minutes in the operating room itself, but I encountered kind eyes. So important when you can't see whole faces. People notice these things. Then I was back in my room on the surgical unit at long last with a new knee joint. My husband was shown there by our day surgery nurse. I had frequent check-ins from the nursing staff who were very patient with my recurrent requests to use the bathroom. One of my anxieties centered around an inability to get to the bathroom in time. I was checked on repeatedly through the night, so even though my husband had gone home, I did not feel I was alone. The next day, I looked forward to going home, but not to having to pass the stairs test before doing so. The layout of our house dictated that I would need to be proficient in managing the stairs when I got home, but this was yet another of my fears. I was sure I was going to end this part of the journey in tears. My physiotherapists were calm, reassuring, and great cheerleaders. The exercise of ascending and descending the stairs was amazingly easy, due in no small part to the stellar pain management that is part of this procedure, from the block room to the post-operative analgesics. I'm happy to report that my recovery from the surgery has gone very smoothly and continues to do so. I'm still seeing progress in my abilities. I know that this is because of the fabulous care I received at CKHA. It went so well, I'm almost looking forward to having the other knee replaced at some date still to be decided. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to commend your staff for the role they played in making this experience one filled with kindness and empathy at every turn.